You know the feeling. It's 3 a.m., you're staring at the ceiling, and there's just one question bouncing around in your head. Why can't I sleep? Well, tonight, we're not just going to answer that question. We're going to explore a really powerful shift in perspective that might just change how you think about rest for good. Yep, there it is, that question. You're lying in bed, the ceiling has suddenly become the most fascinating thing in the entire world. And that one thought is just on a relentless loop. It's a frustrating feeling we all know, and we're about to unpack the simple yet kind of profound reason behind it. So the first thing we really need to get straight is that our whole model for sleep is a little, well, it's off. We tend to think of it like an on-off switch, right? You get into bed, you close your eyes, and you expect your brain to just shut down for the night. But that's not how it works, not at all. A much better way to think about it is this. Your brain isn't some machine you can just power down. It's actually a lot more like a super hyperactive child at the end of a really long day. Getting it to sleep is an act of negotiation, of convincing. It actively resists just turning off. Okay, so if your brain isn't sleeping, what on earth is it doing? Well, it's basically decided that the exact moment your head hits the pillow is the perfect time to throw a massive party. And let me tell you, you are not on the VIP list. Does any of this sound familiar? The second it gets quiet, the brain's archives just fly wide open. All of a sudden, you're reliving that awkward thing you said in middle school. You're worrying about some crazy what-if scenario. Or, my personal favorite, you are flawlessly winning an argument in your head that you're gonna have tomorrow. It's not just you. This is just what an active brain does when it's not ready to rest. But why? Why is our brain throwing this party every single night? It's not random. This gets to the real biological root of the problem. A state our nervous system gets stuck in called alert mode. You know, to really get why we can't sleep, we have to flip it around and ask, what even is sleep? And at its biological core, it's really all about one thing: safety. Your nervous system has to get a clear signal that it is safe to power down, that it doesn't need to be on guard anymore. But the problem is, our modern world is constantly whispering the exact opposite into our brain's ear. Every single notification, every news alert, every bit of blue light from our screens is a little signal that says, hey, stay awake, stay vigilant, you might miss something important. And yep, here they are, the usual suspects. The screens we're glued to, the work stress we bring home with us, that late afternoon coffee, and of course, the endless scroll on our phones. Each one of these is like a little tap on the shoulder to our nervous system, keeping it in this low-grade state of alert, making it basically impossible to feel truly safe and unthreatened. Okay, and this brings us to a really crucial point. This is the big aha moment in understanding all of this. It's the great paradox of trying to fall asleep. I absolutely love this quote because it's just so perfect. I mean, have you ever seen someone actually calm down because they were being yelled at to do it? Of course not. The act of yelling just creates more stress and more agitation. Well, trying to force sleep works the exact same way. And that's the absolute heart of the paradox. The effort is the problem. When you're lying there thinking, I have to sleep, I must sleep now, you're injecting stress and anxiety right into the situation. You are literally creating the opposite of that safe, relaxed state that sleep requires to show up. So if we can't force it, what in the world are we supposed to do? This is where we have to shift our entire approach. We stop treating sleep like it's something we have to hunt down and capture. We start treating it more like a welcome guest we want to invite into our home. So look at it this way. On one hand, you've got chasing sleep. That's the struggle, right? The fight, the frustration, we all know so well. It's an active, really stressful process. But then, on the other hand, you have inviting sleep. And this is a totally different approach. It's all about creating the right conditions. It's about acceptance and allowing, not about force. So when you really get down to it, the problem is one of permission. It's not that your body has forgotten how to sleep. It's that your mind, all caught up in that alert mode, just hasn't gotten the message that it's safe and that it's okay to finally let go. This is the key takeaway. The one thing I really want you to remember from all of this. Sleep isn't something you can run after and tackle. It's something that arrives when the conditions are right, when the environment feels safe, and when the invitation is genuine. And so, we're going to leave you with this question to think about. The answer isn't some magic pill or a quick fix. It's about looking at your own life, your day, your habits, your mindset, and starting to ask a totally new question. What am I doing to make my mind feel safe enough to finally accept that invitation to rest?